What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe? Welcome back, baby. We're here once again with the Renegade Master, back here to lose some GAC in 3v3, but I hope everybody at home is having a fine and fantastic Wednesday. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe? Is it a good day to be in the tribe? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see who's chatting. Who's chitty-chatting? We got Mr. Trussell, ahoy scribe in the tribe. How you doing, brother? We got Foxy over here. We got Soulful Saigon. Let's go, motherfuckers. Let's do this. Jew has with a wonderful evening. How you doing? Oh, it's Ark. Ark, have you seen that Foxy is here? Hey, Scribble, how you doing today? What's going on, Mr. Foot? What is going on? What's up, my boy? How's it going, Annie? Let's go. You, my boss, swell. Bracewell, sorry. Bracewell. You shall brace yourself well for the entertainment that we are going to have tonight. Make sure I close down that. Good. What's going on, Andrew? Always in the tribe? Fuck yes, Annie. Mac, how are you? Kadar, is it time to win? Let me shake my magic 8 ball. Outlook is bleak. Never mind. Ah, thanks, Juhaz. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm drinking whiskey. Ooh, that's sweet. Ha! See, I've been drinking my favorite rum tonight, which is Mount Gay XO. But I also ran out of said rum. So I poured myself a snifter of whiskey. And the really nice, expensive rum was delicious. And this is still nice whiskey. But it's a bit of a shock to the system. So, hey. No time for bleak, only happy, scribe. Hey, Kadar, I'm not unhappy, brother. I'm not like I was on Monday night. On Monday night, I was miserable. Tonight, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Last hour and a half of work is always watching your big GAC content. Yes, Tiny Socialist. Fuck yes, bro. Hope your work day's going okay. Don't have rum often. Should try and get some more. Kadar, get yourself some Mount Gay XO, bro. Get some Mount Gay XO. Don't buy that Eclipse shit. Eclipse is not a good rum. Get some XO. Started the Bo-Katan Mandalore journey today and wish I never did. Why is it so hard? Well, man and pro Chris, have you used my video guide? Would be my first question. My second question is, why are you not using my video guide? Because, you know, Scribbles does the hassle-free pain stuff, so you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of either of those. Are they UK only? Well, it's a Jamaican rum, so no. Mount Gay. Mount Gay. I'll show you on the screen. Let me whip it out for you real quick. This is the stuff that you want. Mount Gay XO Triple Cask Rum. This stuff is nice. It's tasty. Another tasty expression from Mount Gay XO Triple Cask Blend is a blend of pot and column still rums after resting in a combination of American whiskey, bourbon and cognac casks. It is then blended and bottled at 43% ABV. We've heard it's rather nice paired with a large coconut ice cube. No, just drink it neat, like a man. Don't be a fucking bitch. It's delicious. So don't buy this. Mount Gay Eclipse is nasty. Mount Gay Eclipse is nasty. XO. Get the XO. But chill the room temperature. Chilled is nice. I drink mine at room temperature, but I'm a hardened criminal. So. I'm good, Den. How you doing, buddy? You like the naval strength? So you like Puss's rum or something like that, do you? Is this a sponsorship? I wish, Tom. I wish. Could somebody try and get me a sponsorship with Mount Gay? That'd be sick. Hump day boozing? Tommy, when in Rome, mate. So, yeah. Apparently, I'm just trying to live my life as if I don't care about getting up for work in the morning. I also completely skipped my fleet climb today, so 16th. Ugh, missing out on like 300 crystals. That's okay. That's okay. We got our colonial ward up to where we need to get her to. So we should have her at 5 stars before the event ends, which is everything a growing boy needs. Would you look at that? The free-to-play alt account getting 900 error currency. Firepower. Literally no money spent on this account. 900 error currency. A pew pew. Just about. I think it's top 60 that gets that. Is it top 60? Yeah, top 60. Just about nailed it. He wishes he was sponsored by Mount of Gay. Are you telling me that you would not mount the Gay? Come on. What's the all-time favorite booze to have? A really well-made... Okay, it's a toss-up. It's either going to be a really well-made old-fashioned or a really well-made spicy margarita. One or the other. I, as well, am on the Bo-Katan journey. I'm stuck on the 3rd one, but your video was super useful. Yes. Order 66 raid getting extremely... It's been out for over a year. Well, about a year now. So, happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Wants to be sponsored by Gay Mounting. Bricked? There is no lie. Crazy! Bricked, you made me just think of Devil May Cry, and that makes me happy. Had a toasted marshmallow old-fashioned once. It was the best. A toasted marshmallow old-fashioned. Did they smoke the old-fashioned with a toasted marshmallow? How does that work? I love it when your slacker gets one-tapped by a 3-hit point Lord Vader. Listen, man, you had it coming. Plantation XO is a really great rum. I'll have to give it a try then. What's going on, Duke? You love Devil May Cry? Devil May Cry was tits, bro. I'm gonna have to do some run-throughs of Devil May Cry. You know, I never played the second game. I never played the second game. I played Devil May Cry 1, Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5. I don't think 6 is announced yet. Has 6 been announced? Or did I have some fever dream where they announced Devil May Cry 6? You close 7th tier with 75 R4s and Zeb. 70 Lone Momo and Drogon. I just beat... Trusty, I just beat 7th tier with level 80 units. 70 on the loaned, I want to say. I used a Cara Dune lead. Cara Dune lead with Drogon, Zeb, Colonial Ward. Not officially confirmed. Damn. Hello from Kansas City. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, bro? You good in Kansas City? What's life like in Kansas today? I think it was progressive for its time, for allowing the devil to cry. Hey, man. The devil's a bitch. I'm saying he's a pussy. That's a great game series, dude. Capcom is working on Onimusha right now. Dude, you have no idea how happy I am that Capcom is reviving Onimusha. There was this golden age. It was called the era of the PlayStation 2. And that is the golden age of gaming, as far as I'm concerned. Because you had so many fucking bangers come out on the PS2. Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Onimusha 3, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. You had fucking Final Fantasy X. Technically Final Fantasy 12, but a lot of people didn't really fucking vibe with that shit. But goddamn, were there some good times. And then Onimusha got left to die. Onimusha got left to die. It just disappeared after Dawn of Dreams. Which was a real crying shame, because that game series was fucking banging, dude. Gotta give CG props because I closed the pop-up to claim loaned unit calendar when it came out and found it today, so I thought I'd be behind. But they give you all of the shit, don't they? Yeah, lets you catch up on the past. FF12 was not that good though. FF12 was just really, really different. The problem that I feel that FF12 suffered from was making its main character not the main character. It was a really weird choice, but Varn and Penelo, who were like the protagonists of the story, were not the protagonists at all. It was really the story of Ash and Bosch, right? I think it was Bosch was his name. Right? It was the princess, and it was like the knight, the disgraced knight. I think his name was Bosch. Bosch? And then you had... Was it Balthier? Balthier, who was like the suave Brit, and his sexy rabbit compatriot, started with a V. Can't remember her name. And they decided to do like a political intrigue story. But Varn and Penelo, who are the people that you play as, were just like, they were just there for the ride. They were supposed to be the stand-in for you as the player. But when people play the story, people want to be the main character. You want to be the main character. You don't want to be the person that watches the story unfold. It was a weird choice. Jean Reno in Onimusha 4? J'arrive! I think j'arrive is his very first word in Onimusha 3. Comes in on a motorcycle. And he goes, j'arrive! I have arrived. But the combat in 12 was still fine. It was still cool. Shit, what was the limit break system called in it? Overheat? Something like that? That was pretty cool. The summon system looked cool, but in practice wasn't practical. It was a step down from 10. It was a step down from 10 in my opinion. And 10-2. 10-2 had the best combat system. 10 had a better story. And then it went off. By the time, like, I played through 13, and I feel like 13 was overly criticized because I think 13's story was absolutely fine. The story of 13 was actually pretty decent. The graphics were beautiful. The gameplay, the gating mechanics that were in place were dumb as fuck. You could literally go through 13 holding on X. You'd be like, oh, I've set up my paradigm shifts. I'm going to hold on X and win every single battle. And then they would, for some reason, just gate your progress based on where you are in the story. So you couldn't overpower the story. Locked you in a linear path until right at the end. 10 did the same, to be honest. So it wasn't, that wasn't too different. And then for some reason, they released 2 sequels to 12 that seemed to basically take everything the previous game did and just tear it into pieces and just make it really fucking weird. I will say that 12-2 had better combat than 12, but hey. 10 had the same issue of feeling like a backseat character. Oh, I don't know about that, because it felt very much like 10 was you were definitely the carrier for the viewer, right? You were guarding Yuna. But it was your love story of following Yuna. You falling in love with Yuna. You trying to find your way home. You dealing with your daddy issues. You coming to terms with your reality. That was very much a story about Tidus. Like, I don't feel like that was a backseat. That was just Yuna is also the other main character. And that's okay. That's how I interpreted 10. FF7 is the best Final Fantasy? I disagree, Liam, but you're welcome to your opinion. The original, definitely not the remake. Yeah, like the remake was too different. The remake was too different. Like, I don't know why. Like, you had a perfectly good Final Fantasy story and they decided, we're going to do something else. It was like, okay, fine. When Rayman Legends came out, it was 7 in the tech store. I saw the game in that game tryout section where they attach controllers and you can try games. Yep. Picked up when the controls started playing. Loved it. Other kids coming up starting playing with me. Nice. Yeah, I tell you what, Onimusha 3, Dawn of Dreams, has probably the best opening game intro for more or less any game I've ever seen. Like, that, the intro to Onimusha 3, Dawn of Dreams, is one of the best opening cinematics to a game I've ever seen. The game plays nothing like the intro animation, but it's such a good intro. You fell in love with Kamari and not Yuna. I feel you, Nate. How do you get extra loaned units levels on free-to-play? You gotta wait. You get one a day. You've only got 60 and 4-star units? What am I on my free-to-play? I am on 62, so I'm only 2 ahead of you. That might be because I claimed today's daily login reward, which gives you 2. So that's it. You get it daily. That's all you're getting, bro. Rayman was the first game franchise you found yourself with your siblings putting me on? Nice. Metal Gear Rising is the best opening level? And you'll die on that hill? I played it. I played Metal Gear Rising. I can't remember the opening level. But I'm literally just talking about the opening cinematic. Alright, I'm gonna... Here we go. Guys, we're going to copyright this stream by watching the intro to Onimusha. Alright? And you guys can tell me if this is a dope intro or not. Alright? I want to make sure I get the right one. Yeah. We got it here. We got it here. It's a bit loud. It's Samanosuke. There's just like zero context to this. It's just, you're fighting demons, by the way. The completely unnecessary backflip. Ah, it's just so good, man.
Leave him be.
Garaganto.
I'll take care of him. Galaganto. We meet again, Samanosuke. You shall not meet Nobunaga.
just sick, dude. It's not over. Yeah. That's Nobunaga. That's just such a badass intro. And then you missed the intro part where it introduces Samanosuke and Jean Reno. Fucking great. Fucking great intro to a game. I remember being a teenager going into Game, which is a game store in the UK. Used to be. I mean, now it's basically a shell of its former self. And they had that intro playing on like their little monitors that they'd have there, showing various games. And I used to just sit there and just like, I want to play this game so bad. Fuck me. What a great game that was. That was the opening intro, Kadar. That was the intro to the game. You press start, that's what you saw, and you were just like, you would get hyped to play the game because it was fucking sick. Does the game live up to the intro? No. Like, don't get me wrong, Onimusha 3 was still a fun game, but the gameplay is nothing like what you see there. Yeah, it's basically it's more like Resident Evil gameplay before they reached Devil May Cry sort of action. It's somewhere in the middle between there, right? Still loads of fun, but not nearly as like heavy-paced fast action as that. Drex, it was fucking great times. That was the tits. That game was the tits. All right, should we lose some GAC? Let's do this. Let's do this. We are facing off against Darth Taint. Holy shit, Darth Taint. All right, great name. Of the Terran. It's got 13 million GP. This is the altar count. This is the altar count. I've got 5 million. Fuck. All right, well, we're definitely going to lose this. Why do you have no datacrons? All right, okay. 13 million GP. Darth Taint. Lick my Darth Taint. All right, okay. We might be able to get something done. We've got a Jummel over here. We could probably Jummel it in. Maybe we could Bomani that. Queenie Armadillo and the Piddler. We might be able to Treya this. Treya that. God knows. God knows. Who knows? Let's just try and Treya this. Let's just see what happens, guys. Why am I facing somebody with 13 million G penis? His G penis is so big compared to mine. Well, when you lose your Nihilius before he takes a turn, it's usually a bad sign, but we're going to hold on. We're going to hold on. Oh, why did I isolate? Yeah, no, the attacking under prot kind of ruined that for us. Okay, so that didn't work. Do we just try to mirror match, except I don't have Queen Armadillo? I have Bella and Kek, but I've got R9s, so I can +4 Delic Rel to him. Maybe that'll work. Great Mothers. Ah, Kimmy baby, you actually came in with a really clever suggestion there. Great Mothers would actually destroy this. Yeah, 100% correct. I do have Great Mothers, and they're pretty great. And they're mothers. I always forget that I've got Great Mothers on this account. Let's just go all in. Don't hurt me. Can you stop hurting me? Can you leave me alone for half a second? We're gonna Great Mothers it, because Kimmy baby is smarter than I am. Go for it. Your mothers! Some mothers do have them. And this great mother does. All my sisters are awesome. My favorite faction and my go-to for this. That would make sense. Don't like the buff immunity. Let's get rid of all that crap. Let's just call in the Great Mamacitas. If we can lower the max health of Queen Armadillo on the Piddler... Don't. Please don't. Please... You're an absolute hooer. You're an absolute hooer. I think we're gonna lose. I think we're gonna lose. We don't have the capabilities. They have the omnoms. We don't. Yeah. Okay. It was a good shout. Tiny daughters as great mothers lift a when. Great mothers and tiny daughters. Maybe that's the thing. Why no spirit? My spirit is gear 12, Kimmy. My spirit is gear 12. I think you're forgetting which account this is. He has no DCs because he's more casual, like he actually plays, but can't be bothered to grind his balls off. The thing is grinding Datacrons is incredibly easy. It's not even hard. It's really easy to get Datacrons. It's hard for me. It's not hard for someone at 13 million GP. It's really easy at 13 million GP. Okay. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll just get some points on the board and we'll call it quits. We'll go to the main account where we can actually maybe potentially do something. Because I don't know why CG refuses to address matchmaking for GAC. But I'm frickin' 5.5 million GP. Why am I facing somebody with 13 million GP? Do you know what I mean? It's just dumb. Do you want to stop hitting Bomami? No? Every single time, every single attack, you want to hit Bomami? Every single attack? Every single attack. All right, fuck you. Jesus Christ, man. They're just like, yeah, they're the only thing we hit is Bo-Katan Mandalore. That's all you get. That's all you get. Every single attack. Cool. No haters today, the stream is dying. Well, you get to be the hater today, I guess. There we go. The stream is dying because we don't have Brett. Poor Brett. I miss him already. He was such an upstanding member of this community. He was the only interesting thing about these streams. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I'll just put it on auto from here. You have over 20 on a 4 mil GP account? Well, there you go. Seems like an easy fix would be have a cap on what GP you can face. No, I mean, it's just really difficult to manage. It is a really difficult problem. Because on the one hand, you can say that. But on the other hand, there's also a case of why should somebody who's a higher GP have a harder time, right? Like, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, if there's a bunch of 12 million GP players, right? They left the game for ages. And there's loads of them, right? There's loads of them. And they come back to the game and they decide to face off in GAC. They decide to go into GAC and they match up, but they only match up with other people around 12 million GP. And these are also other people that are trying to climb again. But they're having a really hard time because they're only facing people with 12 million GP, right? Whereas if they faced someone that's actually in their league, in their division, they'd stomp them. They'd stomp them and they'd climb, right? So why should the person at 4 or 5 million GP have an easier time climbing in the same bracket? That's not fair either, right? It's not fair for either party there. So I understand, kind of, to a degree, why. But on the other side, is if you say, oh, he's 12 million GP, he can't drop out of Kyber 5. Why should this guy who doesn't play GAC at all be getting Kyber 5 rewards? Even if he doesn't play, why should he be earning the rewards from Kyber 5? So it's like there's no easy solution to it, right? Newt suggested an inactivity bracket. Yeah, I suggested the same thing years ago. Years and years ago. I called it the delinquent bracket, where you would be in there temporarily. So if you didn't turn up for GAC for a number of matches, say you didn't participate in GAC, or you did one attack in GAC for like 3 weeks, you'd get put into a delinquent bracket where you would only match up with other people who are in delinquent, right? So when you decide you want to start playing again, you'll just beat the delinquents because they're not going to turn up, right? Unless they also want to climb, and then you get to fight it out, right? And then once you play again for a championship, you'll go back into the normal rotation based on your skill rating. And then you'll be back into the normal rotation, right? But again, it's something that CGs want to do. So it's hard to avoid a situation where you have a high GP account who isn't competitive. It's solvable by putting GP caps, but then players will develop accounts that are just below those caps. I don't think they would. I don't think anybody would stop themselves from trying to go higher. I just don't think we should be rewarding people who sit there and do nothing with their account, you know? Right, 138. Because, like, CG is not going to reward someone for not investing in their account, right? So if say you were that person, like, oh, you can't match up. They can't be in a Kyber 1 league, right? You can't have somebody that's 6 million GP and is in Kyber 1, right? You can't have that. There is currently, obviously. But that's because of a matchmaking skill squish issue, right? But if we were to look at the leaderboards, and you go to global, and you go up to the top, this guy is 7.5 million GP. Why is this guy... oh, hang on, this is Chromium 3. Sorry. We'll go to Kyber 1. This guy is actually legit. Yep. So Saisha is obviously Darth I. Don't know this guy. Yeah. This guy's got 3.5 million GP. Why is Darth I the third best GAC player in the world, apparently? With 3.5 million GP. That doesn't make sense, right? Should he be getting top-end Kyber 1 rewards? No. Absolutely not. So if you were low GP and you never got to face off against anybody that was 2 million GP higher than you, but you still got to climb through every single league and every single division without investing any further, should you be earning just the same rewards as the guy who's got 15.5 million GP? Or 17 million GP. Super sweaty, try-hard GAC players. This guy can't fight these guys. Because they've got way better accounts, way more GP. Should he be earning the same rewards? No, because he's facing other people that are around his bracket, right? So that doesn't make any sense either. Do you know? I did, actually, yeah. Yeah, Tasnix has got an empty bracket. No GAC for Tas this week's. So GP by matchmaking by GP doesn't make sense because that's an unfair metric to measure against, right? The way I look at it is you have to look at it in the same way that you look at professional sports, in my opinion. You have to look at it in the same way as you look at professional sports. Look at it in the terms of the NFL or in the UK, the Premier League and all the different footballing leagues and divisions that we have. If you are Manchester City, right? You're the equivalent of a 17 million GP player. You've got all the money, you've got all the stuff, you've got the prestige, you've got the pedigree, you've got the best coaches, all this shit, right? You're going to be the top, right? You're going to be at the top of the table. But if you're Wickham Wanderers and you've got a 3 million GP account and you're figuring stuff out, you don't deserve to be up here. You haven't earned that right. You don't your players aren't as good. You know, the coach isn't as good. Why should you be up here? Why? Because you can beat other people in your rank? No, you got to work your way up. You got to work your way up. You got to earn it, right? It's the same way in GAC. What if every league there is a GP activity requirement? You could do that. But if you were a 7 million GP player and you were the very top of you say you're a 7 million GP player and you are the very top of Erodium 1. You're at 7 million GP, you max out your skill rating. You win every match, but you're not allowed to go into Kyber 5. Would you be happy? Would you be happy that you cannot, no matter what you do, until you hit 10 million GP, you can't go to Kyber 5? No matter what. No, it doesn't matter how good you play. Win every single match, can't get to Kyber 5 until you hit an arbitrary threshold. Does that feel fun? Does that feel fair to you? It's weird, right? It's a complex issue to try and juggle. It's a complex issue. There's definitely no way to make everybody happy. No way. Yeah. It can't happen. You know, people would definitely not be happy if they were literally gated, because you can spread that out. You can spread that out for every league. Ah, you're in Carbonite. In order to get out Carbonite, you need to be over 2 million GP. In order to get out of Chromium, you need to be 4 million GP. In order to get out of Bronzium, 4 million. Chromium, you need to be 7 million. To get out of Erodium, you need to be 9 million. To get into Kyber, you know, you've got to be 9 million. Wherever that threshold is, there's going to be somebody somewhere that's like, well, I'm beating everybody, but I can't get out. You know? Yeah, GP-based matchmaking had its own issues. Like, it went through different phases. When it first came out, I loved it because it was just base GP. 2 million versus 2 million. 4 million versus 4 million. Back when the highest player was like 8, right? But it didn't care where that 4 million was invested. That 2 million GP. Didn't care where it was invested. So you could have like 5 amazing teams. Or you could be a guy with 20 really shit teams with nothing above gear 8. You stood no chance. I was the guy that had like nothing but legendary unlocks, hyper-focused, really tall investment, really vertical like investment in my account, not broad, vertical. And I went on like a 17-0 win streak because everybody was just really broad and really bloated. It was really easy to win. But then when they changed the matchmaking from GP-based matchmaking to GP based on your top 85 characters, I basically got thrown in against everybody else that was exactly like me. And then every single GAC was a massive sweat fest. But the people that had the same GP as me and were very broad were just facing other people with really broad accounts. So maybe it felt like it was a sweat fest to them as well. But it was like, I feel like I have to work so much harder for the same thing. And that felt shit. And then they did away with that and they got this new system in. I prefer this because technically speaking, it's looking for who is literally the best of the best of the best. In the entire game. Everybody versus everybody. It's just, who's the best? The problem comes down to is when people don't play consistently. If you don't sign in and log into GAC and actually try to play, then you drop. And you end up with people with 13 million GP facing off against the guy with 5.4 million. That's kind of the trade-off there. So I might win that GAC because he just doesn't turn up. I can't imagine it's any other way with that dude. Let's log into the main account. Actually do something. But that sounds good though. If you inflate your GP, that's your fault, right? What you said was the first system. Yes, that was the first system was it's just GP, just base GP, no other metrics taken into account. You match up, right? The people that invested in bloat felt penalized because they're like, oh, I invested in a bunch of shit characters for territory battles. Why am I getting punished with these hard matchups? Because I did what the game taught me to do, which was, oh, get your frickin' Rogue One units up. Get your Rolo geared up to gear 8 for Hoth. You know? They were having a hard time because they didn't have the knowledge. It's really easy to come into the game now and look at guides and find optimal farming paths. The people that first started playing the game when it first came out were the people that figured out that shit and had to learn that shit the hard way, right? So, is that fair? Is that fair on those guys? They can't undo that time and reinvest that gear and reinvest that. You know, it's like... Why Grand Arena? Why not Super Arena or Glorious Arena? Exactly. Half of GAC is just turning up. Yeah. Certainly is at the lower leagues. Right, okay. Let's see what we're facing off. On the main vein. The main vein over here, we are facing off against Okul Vindu. He's a war machine. 15.1. He's got all the bells and all the toys and all the whistles. Yeah, he's got everything. I mean, everybody at 15 million GP, you have everything. Is that energy? It is energy. But that's okay. All right, let's see what we got. See what we got. Now that Datacrons exist and don't add GP, the old system would sell a lot of Datacrons. Datacrons already are the difference maker. Doesn't matter if they add GP or not. Like, they're already the difference maker in a lot of the senses. Okay, so what have we got? We have got Stranger. Old Republic. We're going in with Satil there. We've got EPMJ the Dude. Can't remember what we used there. Bella and Kek. Anakin with Lumicron. Then we've got Forlom. This is a weird setup. Okay, North Wall ain't too bad outside of Stranger. South Wall, we've got PK Hondo. Can't JMK that, we're going to slacker it. We've got Cody, I think we can see a Malicos that. We've got Balin. I want to say Lord Vader. Got Rey, which we can Queen Amidala. And then we got Glad Attack, which we can layer, I guess. Although it does have that really annoying Eidencron. Alright. What about if super large accounts can't drop below a minimum threshold? I mean, yeah, you can do that. But again, why should they, if they don't turn up at all, why should they be earning Kyber rewards? 15 million GP account, never plays GAC. Should he be earning daily crystals based on being in Kyber? I'm not sure. I hope my opponent doesn't turn up. He has a 16 million GP, has all the DCs in Kyber 4. Yeah, that sucks, Andrew. Episode Michael Jackson, dude. What? So wouldn't it make sense to go back to the system now that everybody has access to guides in Swigger.gg? Well, no, because what about brand new players that come to the game? Like, most of the players that play this game do not watch YouTube videos. There are about 400,000 people that play this game on a daily basis, or 400,000 accounts, I should say. 400,000 accounts. Have you seen how many views the average YouTuber gets on YouTube for this game? It's fuck all. Like out of the 400,000, Arnold will get the best viewership. Maybe he reaches 10% of the player base. Maybe Arnold, who gets like 4 to 5 times the average viewership of the next biggest content creator, only potentially reaches about 10% of the viewership. So most people who play this game still don't have a clue. And still don't use guides, and still don't use Swigger.gg. This game has to be accessible to the majority of people, not the 10% of people that maybe engage in online content for it. You know? It's a really difficult thing to balance. It's a very difficult thing to balance. I understand why it's hard. You've been using Great Mothers on Balin? It always feels pretty good. What did I say? Lord Vader? Thank you, Silent Static. What's going on, Nexus? A system where you need to do all the battles to get full rewards, then reduce it by a percentage for battles missed. Just unlock Relic 1, otherwise maxed Mace Windu. Don't think there's a good fix of GACs, just by the nature of ways matchmaking should work. But my 3-week-old account being matched with a 9 million GP account feels off. Yeah, it does. It's kind of fucked. It is kind of fucked. And it's like, most of the battles that my alt account has won is because people just don't show up, right? And the battles that I've won where I've been horrendously outmatched in GP has been because people can't beat Fleet, right? They can't get through the exec. It's a skill issue more than anything, but that goes to speak for like the number of people that just don't read up how to beat a team, right? More than anything. But like there's not one sort of, as far as I'm aware, there's not like one fairest system in the world. What can you use against a good Padme Snips General Kenobi team? Treya? They need to start top 50 tournaments and CG host them on YouTube to drive more media interaction. If they advertised YouTube videos in game, say you got, you know when you log in and you get newsletters, if they used newsletters and did stuff like Arnold is facing off against Zereth, and you could have a link and you'd be like, click and go to the fucking live stream, that would be sick, right? That would grab so many people that play the game that don't know what to do. Or if they had, you know, news announcement, Relic Delta, and there would be like content creator videos that explained mechanics for stuff, and people could just click to go to it. But they're not going to do that. Why would they help content creators out when it doesn't, you know, necessarily benefit their bottom line? That would only help people like us, not CG. I would love it. I need to speak to Meathead about that. I'm going to speak to Meathead and I'm going to be like, Meathead, I will do any intro guides if you want. Put a link to my channel in the newsletter. That's all I want, baby. That's all I want. Wouldn't that be sick? Remove crystal income from GAC? Where would they replace it? Where else would they put it? Because you can't just take away crystal income. It's a vital part of the economy. You want people to riot? Idle Champions and Warhammer Tactics do that? Tacticus, sorry. What's going on, Aragon? Anyone get the Pass Plus? Yes. Did they give the extra shards? Yes. Think it's time for another giveaway soon? Yeah, Meathead's been off at the minute. They did it for Marvel Strike Force and it worked? Sick. I mean, I hope so, Apricate. I'm going to speak to Meathead about it. I don't recognize this song. Let Me Shell, yeah. Got any idea which heroes inflict thermal detonators? Loads, Nexus. Jabba, Bausch, Mob Enforcer, lots and lots of Jowers. Cad Bane. So many players would drop the game immediately if crystals were moved from fleet. Yep. Anyway, should we actually do some GAC, guys? I'm getting distracted and it is late for me. We haven't even started and it's late. All right, we're going to start off with Slacker over here. Because I do not trust JMK Cat what against this. I don't trust it. I don't trust it! Sure, we'll go for this. All right. Let's pump it louder. Come on. Pump it louder. Come on. Laugh at me, bro. Poke Vein. Basike. Just the first special. We don't want to use the second special. Poor Hux. Poor Hux. Oh no, poor Hux. Swipe away. Hux got it in the deck. He got it in the deck. Oh dear. I don't want him attacking out of turn. He says and makes him attack out of turn. Well, shit. I'll submit it. But that did not go well. We needed to keep him controlled. We did not keep him controlled. Shit. Alright, next battle. Next song! What do we have for this? I did write it down, didn't I? Seer Malakos. That's how my Slacker fights have gone? That's fair, Bolter. It can happen. It can happen. I'm so far past the point of caring right now that I'm just like, yeah, fine. That's what happens. Go. Glad they're not going to deal with the Vaincron ever. I think the Vaincron is exactly where they want it to be. You know what I'm saying? They want the Vaincron to be that powerful. Which is fine. We knew it was going to be that frickin' powerful as soon as we first saw it. As soon as we saw it, people were like, oh, that shit's going to clap cheeks. I'm not sure why they felt it was necessary to give a Galactic Legend that level of power, but they thought it was necessary. So, you know, is what it is. Catch rocks, kicks. There we go. CG is gonna do what CG wants. That they do. That they do. I think we said we were gonna Queen Armadillo this, so let's find out if that works. Let us go. Let us go. Let us go. I don't need you anymore. Let's go ahead and get the buffs. Get the boofs. Let's remove the boofs so that we can get rid of that. Just do a little bit of this and a basic, which is all of this is all well and good. Yep. Good, good, good. I was really hoping that Ray would use her heal immunity before then. Ray, do you want to take a turn, honey? Thank you. Yeet, yeet. Ah, frickin' Foresight, brother. I hate frickin' Foresight. Bruce Foresight. Okay, good. She's gone into DI. So is he. Great. All of the basics. I'm gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. You're gonna sleep with a gun and keep an eye on your son so they can watch all the things that you do. Well, the drugs never work. They're gonna give you a smack, 'cause they got lessons of keeping you clean. They're gonna rip up your head and your aspirations to shred. Another cog in the murder machine. They say, teenagers scare the living shit out of me. Good. Don't be a dick. Seriously, don't be a dick. Oh, come on. That's really annoying. Need to get rid of that douche nozzle. Let's just make sure rabies and her babies are nice and low. That's annoying. Alright, she should be dead now. Stupid R10 Ray. Got her! 57. Full banners too. Nice. Feel like they need to make more OP datacrons for Galactic Legends with how many discount counters there are in the game. Or they could just stop putting discount counters in the game. That's a wild decision. Is General Kenobi any good? Yeah, he's decent. He's a pretty good taunt. He's a pretty good tank. You are a pickle of a Kadar. Why no POW AoE? I was saving it for the opportune moment. The opportune moment. This is going to be a nice hairy, leery, merry match, but we've got some decent Datacron action going. What's going on, Steve? You could say we just started, or you could say we've not just started. We've just lost. We've only lost, good sir. What has he got running? Oh, this old chestnut. The old chestnut where we can deal 0 damage. Can we stun? Nope. Has he got tenacity up? He does have tenacity up. That would be why we can't stun him. That's mean. Aha! The stun is good. We have ambushed him. Come on, dude. This stupid Datacron is so annoying. Let's take the focus off Leher. Burn him to the ground. Frick, you're annoying. Good. We've gotten rid of Huge Wang. He no longer has a Huge Wang. That's half the battle. Stun him. Or don't. Bam, bam, ba, bam, boom. Oi! That's rude. Stun him. Nice. I'm so glad you actually stunned him. Strip it back now, y'all. Stun him. Or don't. The stun would have been real nice there. Not gonna lie. The stun would have been bellissimo. Yeah. Hey, we got the stun. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Burn them. Burn them till they feel no more. That's mean. Stun. Nice. Hurrah! Oh, good. We're about to kill Ezra with an ult. Eat shit and die, Ezra. Good. What the fuck?
Get your hands off the wheel, boy. We're going.
Sincerest apple bogeys. Don't have to waste all materials on old Ben. Yes. There was a place near you that was doing a pickled pizza. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled pizzas. Alright. So we were going to Lord Failure versus the Drogue Alogues. Let's see what Swago.gg has to say about Ford Lalia. No, about Scale and Ball. Balin. All of the armies with the Balin Skull level 15. Mirror Match, Sea Bane works fine. Lord Failure works fine. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright. So I think we're saying Lord Vader. Gets flashbanged by Mount Gay? If only. If only you didn't get flashbanged by Mount Gay. Then how would you feel? Clone poopers. Allow us to elaborate on the situation. Sure. Going with this. Damned Geonosian Horde and Territory Wars so busted they one-shotted my Relic 2 Darth Vader? Yeah, they did. Is this seriously going to do this again? There we go.
Get your hands off the wheel, boy.
We're going full auto. I should have probably JML'd this instead, but those days are gone. Those days are over. We're not going to JML it. I've had great success with JML, truth be told. Never mind. Why didn't I JML it, guys? I always JML this. Sometimes we do things that we don't want to do. This is one of those times. They do a lot of damage. They're doing a lot of damage. Yeah, you can't kill Apropos. Not yet, anyway. My Lord Vader is still, for now, alive. Could we maybe circumvent the taunt for a second? It's getting real tiring just hitting Balin all the time. Not gonna lie. All right, I guess we'll take. I guess Balin will die of sadness. Balin can die of sadness. It's fine. I'll allow it. This one time, I'm gonna allow it. Every other time, it's out of bounds. For now, I'll allow it. Not so hardy anymore. Get your hands off my mountain, boy. We're going full hollow. Yep, that too. Turn down for what? Bow, 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 bow. Turn down for what? Go. Does anyone know what I need to beat the Geonosian Horde? I don't even know what you're talking about, Nexus. I'll be honest, dude. I have no idea what you're talking about. The Geonosian Horde? Yeet!
Get your hands off the wheel, boy.
Balin is the Shiznik. Shiznik. Yes, he is. I have him unlocked on the free-to-play account, but he's only gear 12. Has no mods, no Zetas, no Ommis. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. The Geonosian Horde? Exactly. Have I talked to Meathead about a territory war rework? Not directly, no. I know that they're working on TW stuff, potentially, maybe. But that's only because they talked about it in one of their recent posts. That wasn't that recent ago. But that's all I know about that. And if I had insider knowledge, I couldn't tell you. But I don't have insider knowledge on this, I'm afraid. Geonosian Brood Alpha, Poggle Less of some fact. So just Geos. Yeah, just Vader solo it. You'll have a good time. If you outpace with Vader, you should be absolutely fine to just merciless massacre and kill everybody. Failing that, I don't know. You need lots of AoE damage. And ideally you need to outpace them. Treo works wonders. That's an interesting team. Alright, back wall. We have got Barink. We have got Stiel. We've got Deadboard Boba. Oh, this guy's got set nothing on defense, did he? He set absolutely bubkiss on defense. Saw and Kisayan. Alright. Shit, what did I just do? There we go. We have almost certainly lost this because our boy has just set nothing on defense. And we dropped the battle versus his Pirate King Hondo. Which was very unexpected, I'll be honest. Wasn't expecting to lose that battle. But lose it we did. So we have to hope that he has an equally bad time against our one, I guess. That's the one. Alright, everybody get on your knees and pray. We need to get this one to work, baby. Just don't kill Jolene. 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 All in on Star Killer. Good. We got him. We got him, baby. We got him. Call in Ravon. Mark down the strangest individual. Full auto, baby. That's how we roll. You would totally tell us, and that's why Meathead wouldn't share things with you. Curses! That's why he won't share insider knowledge with me? God damn it. Oh, look, marked. You're going to use Satil as much, add much as I use JML and Stranger? Never? Why? She's great. She's very powerful. She's a very powerful little sausage. Did I actually set a team for us to take on the dude? Normally it'd be Jedi Master Mace Windu, Jedi Master Kenobi. But we've used him. Nope, 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 nope. Adrad! We could use Adraz and lose. Jedi Master Mace, potentially. Alright, we could Mars it. Let's we're gonna throw caution to the wind and Mars it. Can't Mars it, she's on defense apparently. There's no Mars for us. It's not an amazing time to be in the tribe. Reaver's on defense as well, I believe. C, Sith Empire Trooper, and what? I'll try that. I'm okay with that. Turn down for what? Oh, I've used what? Fuck. Should we just go in with armor and hope for the best? Should we go in with armor and hope for the best? I think we should. We do a lot of shocks. Chibo solos? I don't think he does, Buell. I think you're lying to me. We're just going to go ahead and use it. We're just going to go ahead and use it. Because I'm feeling saucy. Listen, you can't fracture a galactic well, we're fucked. You can't fracture a galactic legend, dude. There are rules against that. It just doesn't work, dude. There was a time where it did work. There was a time when it did work. That's supposed to recover protection. Why did we not recover any protection there? Seriously, why did we not recover any protection there? Am I going mad? Isn't that ability supposed to recover protection? Shocked doesn't stop protection recovery, right? It stops health recovery. Yeah. Shock only stops health recovery. You can't heal, but you can recover protection. Shock doesn't stop protection recovery. So am I just wrong in thinking this recovers protection? I had heal immunity as well as shock? Oh. That makes more sense. I only saw the shock. Does Vader have heal immunity then? Because the others don't. Darth Vader Dual Zen must have it. Where is it? Where is it? Must be on this. Shocked, stunned, evaded. Oh, the EP level 9. Ah, it's the Datacron. Whenever shock or stun expires from the enemy, inflict buff immunity, 1 stack of healing damage over time, and heal immunity. It was the Palps level 9. It was the Palps level 9. That was the thing. It was the Datacron, guys. It was the Datacron. It wasn't shock. I was like, shock doesn't stop protection recovery. Alright. Groovy! I'm really excited about this. And by excited about this, I'm not excited in the slightest about this. So I should probably actually add all the stuff instead of just fucking winging it. Guess we have to try Nihilus. Gotta try what you gotta try, baby. Go! I once beat the absolute shit out of Relic 5 Ahsoka Snips with a Gear 7 Peridia Pulse? That's incredible. That is incredible. Oh, cool. I get to have a turn. Stop picking on my Nihilus, dude. They're being so mean to my Nihilus. Are we allowed to take turns here, or are they just going to be those guys that are like, no, you don't get to take turns. I've decided. Yeah, I've done this before. You do basically take no turns until maybe you take a turn, if you're lucky. This is why it's got like a 65% win rate. Because you might get lucky and take a turn and take a unit out. We're just going to sit back and wait to see. Have we taken a turn yet? I'm not even sure. Hey, we took a turn. And we missed. Is that because of Vader's fracture ability? Probably, right? We're going to miss again if we take a turn with Savage. Miss. Oh. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure why that happened, but it's fine. Nihilus has still got 0% turn meter after 2.5 minutes. It's not Treya's lead that dispels. Treya's lead doesn't do the dispelling. It's Treya's unique that does the dispelling. Yeah, that can only happen once per battle. It can't be Palp's unique that's fucking things up here. This just had a 65% win rate. I just decided to roll with it. That's all that is. Oh, yeah. You can look at the... Just watch the turn meter flow with this. Watch it. Oh, we took a turn. Sick. Watch Mara Jade still gain turn meter randomly. We had that happen before. We isolated her, and she still gained shitloads of turn meter. I'm not sure how Palpatine just randomly killed Treya. How did Palpatine just randomly one-shot Treya? Why the fuck have they all of a sudden started doing shitloads of damage? What the fuck was that? What the hell just happened, guys? We went from full health to dead Treya immediately in one turn. You think YouTube chat's disappeared again? I can still see it. I really need to talk to Womp about this shit. Yeah, Treya dispels all debuffs at the beginning of each turn. She does, yeah. They really didn't like the isolate. Yeah, Treya's dispel is not her leadership. So Treya's got it over here. At the start of each Sith ally's turn, Treya dispels all debuffs. That's on her unique, Lord of Betrayals, not on her leadership. That's why it's okay to not use her in the lead. But we didn't luck out that time, guys. Treya was down to low health when Emperor Palpatine hit her? Was she? I could have sworn she was on full health. Ignore me, I guess. Ignore me. Only thing you could have done was isolate EP instead. Yeah, and just never taken a turn. The reason we weren't taking turns is because Mara Jade loops turns, stuns and puts shocks out and puts staggers out. Palpatine wasn't the issue there. Palpatine wasn't the issue. It was the constant tenacity down, the AoEs giving her 100% turn meter. She putting out AoE staggers, so everybody loses all their turn meter. She's the issue here, not Palpatine. Palpatine isn't really doing much there. Okay, cool. Let's keep throwing shit at the wall. Let's keep throwing shit. Gungans! Yeah, let's throw Gungans at it. I'm quite happy to just throw shit. What was the Gungan team here? Was it with Yeah, it was Tarples. Alright. Yeah, Tarples has got the best win rate. We'll just go with Tarples, baby. Let's go for it. Okay. You don't think there was? Yeah, there was. There were. We just weren't taking turns because they were TM looping us. They were just turn meter looping us. That's why we weren't taking turns. Point the finger of blame! Killer? It's a real shame that they had that thingamabob, right? The revive mechanic is slaying me right now. Ah, fuck me. Why did he randomly die? What happened to make my Tarpals randomly die? He was just there and he was like, yeah, no, I've had enough. The fuck, bro? What was that? He killed... Yeah, but he killed Palp and Palp revived and then later he died. There was like 2 turns between. I know that's the level 9 on the Cron, but it was too late. It's supposed to be enemy who defeated takes a bonus turn and then is instantly defeated, right? Try Tuscans? Alright. I'm getting confused. I'm getting real confused here. Like, can I go into Twitch and rewind my own recording? I'd like to watch that back. I'd like to... Can I go back? Okay. So let's see what happened here. I killed her, fine. Alright. So we kill Palpatine. He revives. I'm supposed to take a bonus turn and die. We don't take a bonus turn. He's still alive. There's been like 2 turns. And we've got a full health Tarpals. That just dies. That's not what the Cron says is supposed to happen. It's supposed to be... I killed Palpatine. Listen, if I killed Palpatine, we're supposed to get a bonus turn with Tarpals and then die. If we take a bonus turn, we've got the shield generator, we're immune to insta-kills. So we should take a bonus turn now. Unless it's Palpatine takes a bonus turn and then I die. But if Palpatine takes a bonus turn, he's had his bonus turn, I should be dead now. But I've got the shield generator, so I'm immune to insta-kills. So why is it that 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, I then die? That's stupid. That's just fucking dumb. The revive doesn't count as a kill, only killing him counts? Then he shouldn't have died. Like, if the revive doesn't count, he shouldn't have died at all. Look at him. He had full health. Full health, full protection. Why did Tarpals randomly die? Look at him. He's fine. Full health, full protection. You don't just randomly die several turns later. Like, what? He shouldn't be dead at all. Why would he die? Why would he die? Why would he die? He just dies. Yeah, but Iris, that shouldn't be the case. Do you know what I mean? That shouldn't be the case. Has anyone tried R7 or R8 with the new Omni and TW? I haven't, no. I don't think I've even applied it. But hey, somebody said something about trying Gungans, so we're going to try Gungans. Tuscans, not Gungans. We just did. Go. It's because the AI cheats. Absolutely. The AI cheats so much. I can't imagine this works. I imagine we just like straight up die. 30 dots is 54 dots. Holy shit, that's a lot of dots. The fuck is going on here? You watch me randomly lose a unit now. What the fuck? These are R5 Tuscans, bro. This should not work. Oh no, there are 7 Tuscans, but it still shouldn't work. He's dead from dots, isn't he? No? Guess not. What the fuck? That was dumb. That was real stupid. Why are Tuscans doing so well there? God damn. Alright then. Tuscans are better than C. Tuscans are better than Gungans. Tuscans will rule all. Oh, and Treya. And Treya. C. Gungans and Treya. Tuscans are better. All of the above. What am I doing here, guys? What am I doing? I don't know. Should we get up the old Swago? Swago.gaga. That stupid Palpatine thing. Like, we would have won this. This Gungan battle would have fucking trounced it. We would have been absolutely fine. Except for the fact that we lost the shield generator. Maybe we wouldn't have been fine. But if we hadn't just randomly lost Tarpals here for no fucking reason, we had a good chance of actually clearing. But when you lose a unit with Gungans, it's kind of fuckville. Alright. Cool. Let's go versus... What was it? Beck? Was it Beck? Beck. How many nommies? Just the one nommy. Only one nom 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 nommy. To the nom to the nom to the nommy. Don't you know that she is a real dummy? Alright. Do I have Bow Mommy? I can't remember if I used Bow Mommy. Oh, we got her. No Bam? Really? Apparently not. Pazmataz. Tuscans beat Phoenix too? Yeah, but Phoenix isn't a problem team. Tuscans are indeed gods now. They are, yeah. We also could have Sith Empired this. Bye, Mommy. Yeah, good night, Irene. Tuscans is showing up as between in the on-screen chat. Beg pardon? Tuscans are Batman. They are. Yes. They like anything that has a lot of turn meter generation. So I guess they beat Lord Vader. His one weakness. Sand people. Sand people. Alright. Another one dites the bust. This is a weird team. Anakin lead. With Cam and Lumi. Alright. Well, CLS it, I guess. CL hell yes. Chew back these nuts. It's gonna chew back on these nuts. Go for it. I think I just kill Anakin, right? Apparently not. Fine. They beat Mara, actually. What? The word Tuscan is showing on screen in chat as the word in between. That makes no sense. There's a preview for when they become god tier in the Cobb Vanth. Yeah. They are Nexus. Finally got Treya to Relic. Congrats, Midnight. It is weird seeing an Annie lead. You never see Annie lead. Note how Vader would rather stay on a fucking lava planet than Tatooine. Listen, man, I don't judge a man's choices. Alright, Flom. What we got against Flem? I'm not worried about this team. Not worried about it. Not worried about it, but we should probably check to see. Whamp? Did we use Night Sisters? Or was that on the alt account? We have Night Sisters. So we could just Captain Cockknocker this. Could just Imperial Remanantes it. Gogandantis. Garaganto. Go!
Get your hands off the wheel, boy. We're going.
I'm going full auto. But I am going to keep targeting Zam when I have the opportunity. Nom 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 nom. Fdunk. Oh, never mind. I don't need to target Zam. She got blowed up. Oh, shit. Gotta watch out for those zombies. Gotta watch out for those zombies, bro. The fuck? AMD auto update? No. You don't trust the full auto? Listen, Kilroy Troy. When we're flying by the seat of our pants in a hot-ass GAC battle, sometimes that's the way it's gotta be. We are going to Lephaelothan this. It's a sleep womp? What? How you doing, womp? You okay, buddy? You okay? 200 watching and only 35 likes. I mean, I completely resonate with that, Tim. I really do. I think we should have more likes on this stream. But also I'm fully aware that I've basically been arsing around in this GAC. Just trying to make shit work, throwing shit at the wall whilst drinking whiskey. Rather than paying the GAC the deserve it requires. The respect, the deserve, the respect it requires. Apparently we are just winging our way through things. Trying to figure out what to do. More likes on Brett's page? We probably should get Brett up here, to be fair. He would be telling us what we should be doing. He's the only interesting thing around these parts. I miss Brett. Does anybody else miss Brett? Hey, what's going on, Sanist? How you doing today? Sleep time soon? Yes, yes indeed. I have whiskey. In me, too. It's fine. Yes. Good. Good. Yeah, let's do this. We are going to be rebels. Brett was classier than you-know-who, at least. You overestimate my ability to know who you-know-who is. That's Voldemort, right? It's Voldemort. The Flight of Death. Did I get it right? I hope I got it right. I think I got it right. I think I can. I know I can. I think I can. I know I can. Starts with a vagina. All great stories do. Nailed it. I mean, I do agree. He was definitely more interesting. Although Brett didn't give me any money whilst, you know, Vanced did. So I guess I prefer Vanced in that scenario. Maybe, maybe. I mean, it's up for debate, right? But not Voldemort. Starts with a V, but it's not Voldemort. He may try to bribe me again. Oh, good. I can't wait. Can't wait. Where's the auto button? I've had enough of this fleet battle already. We are going full auto, ladies and gentlemen. What's the general feeling UK about the new Harry Potter show? I don't know. I know my general feelings about the show. My general feelings about the show are I love the Harry Potter franchise, and if I get to watch more of it, I'm happy. So I'm kind of happy. My brother thinks it doesn't need to be done. My mother is like me, and she's ecstatic about any sort of future Harry Potter. So I'm just happy to have that. You know, honestly, I would just like to have more stories in that universe, but I think J.K. Rowling is actually just fed up of the Potterverse, as it were. She wants to get away from it. I don't think I need all this. All my lights turned off. Where's my phone? Where is my phone? Hold up. Fixed it. Got him.
Get your hands off the wheel, boy.
I hope it does well as the mobile game did. There was a mobile game? I didn't even realize there was a mobile game. What was the mobile game? Was it really bad? Like, I have my own personal feelings about some of the casting choices that I think are rather peculiar, but that doesn't stop me from wanting to enjoy the show. Because I love the story. I love the story. I'm actually listening to the Deathly Hallows at the moment on audiobook because they recently did the entire 7-book series with a full cast audio thingy. So I've listened to the Stephen Fry audiobooks since I was a teenager, basically, for years and years and years. That used to be like my chill out and relax thing. I just listened to the entire saga, right? And they recently just did a full cast audio edition of it. And I've at the start of this month, I want to say, start of May, they released the Deathly Hallows. So I've been listening to that. I've been enjoying it. Mobile game lasted maybe a year, and the same people that made Pokemon Go. Something Dantic or something like that. Finished with the 2037 this round of GAC. Drop one battle against Commander Codicron. Unlucky Spartan. I'm definitely not getting a 2030. The full cast ones are great. Snape's voice is so weird. I'm not a fan of... There's a couple that I don't like. I didn't like Snape's because he sounds a little bit whiny. I think they made Hagrid sound like a complete dumbass. And there's Vernon Dursley doesn't even sound human. I don't know how they managed to do that, but Vernon Dursley doesn't sound human. And Hermione yells a lot. I don't know why, but it's like the director told her, you're angry about every single thing that you have to say. So you just yell every single line you've got. How does Malfoy say Potter? Potter! You watched the first 3 Harry Potter movies and couldn't get into it? Yeah, I grew up with the books, bro. I think the first film came out when I was reading the 3rd book. And the books just don't stand... the films don't stand up to the books at all. The books don't... the films don't stand up to the books in the slightest. Apparently somebody said Wampa this, so I'm going to try and Wampa it. I don't have the Wampacron. So that's probably going to be bad news for me. Should we, before we go balls deep, it's probably a Wampacron situation. This feels like it's probably a Wampacron situation. I mean, we do have Diaz Alba. Wampa's got a 0% win rate, so I'm just going to Diaz Alba it. Darth Ravon. Old Republic. We have a Darth Revan, Kron. Let's take it. You're really missing my comments about Vader? Yes, I am. I'm looking back on my chat. I see Vader is a 75% machine, so sand in the gears is probably a real nightmare. You're probably right. You are probably right. Alrighty then. Well, he's dead. That was easy. I just faced a full R10, all Omnis, FDC, Cassian, Claire, Luthen. That thing is cancer. It is, I agree. What about Darth Tom Riddle? Yeah, one of the things that is a little cringe about the Harry Potter series is in the early books, Rowling had this thing. It was like a really tongue-in-cheek thing of naming a bunch of characters with alliteration and really silly names, right? Okay, so History of Magic by... Well, Batilda Bagshot is not one of them, but there was... It was it the Theory of Magic by Adelbert Waffling, because he waffles about theory. You know, they did, you know, Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, Rowena Ravenclaw, Helga Hufflepuff. A lot of alliteration. That's like, obviously in real worlds that wouldn't be a thing. You wouldn't just coincidentally have a bunch of alliteration, let alone 4 prestigious magic users that decide to make a school. Right? And that's one of the things with Tom Riddle that's stupid, right? Because his name is Tom Marvolo Riddle. Marvolo is not a name. That's just fucking stupid, right? But the reason he's Marvolo is because it creates the anagram of I am Lord Voldemort. With Tom Riddle. So she made up a middle name in order to make an anagram out of a pseudonym that he assumes in later life, which is very much a case of trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole. You know, it's just kind of stupid. It's getting like, okay, you let it slide because it's the second book in the series, and back then it wasn't as big as it is today, right? But it's just kind of stupid. Clark Kent, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, Lana Lang, Lena Luthor. Yeah, exactly. It happens a lot in comic books, absolutely. Tommy 2 times and Jimmy Penleg. It goes in the square hole. I know exactly the video you're talking about, Buell. Kids love it. Yeah, absolutely kids love it. But when you come back at a later age, you're just like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, the professor of herbology is Professor Sprout. You know what I mean? Like, okay. It's just, you know, spell on the nose. That's the plot hole, not the whole traveling thing in the third book. The time traveling thing. Well, the time traveling thing in isolation is not a plot hole. That's just time travel, right? The stupid thing is, if time turners exist, then surely the entirety, like, if time turners exist, therefore time magic exists, therefore wouldn't Voldemort know about time travel and be able to undo a bunch of shit? Wouldn't the Potters be able to go back in time and undo a bunch of shit? Like, time travel is just such a dangerous thing to introduce. Voldemort doesn't have a nose? He does. It's just a snake nose. So, you know, it's like, it's little things like that. It's like, you know, you can go along for the ride. Fine. You know, you can suspend disbelief and forget about stuff for the sake of being engaged. You know. You broke a card and it'll always do fleet battles last. No, kill... listen, dude. There's a very good reason why you do fleet battles before you do back. If I did fleet battles last, people would have already left the stream. I'm here, because people still want to see ground. Voldemort has a nose. He knows what you're doing. Indeed. Horrible things happen to people who mess with time. Maybe Voldemort was just too scared to use it. Despite his ability to stand. Yeah. Can J.K. Rowling go back in time and not become a piece of shit? I didn't realize she did. My bad. I don't know what I'm going to use against these last teams. What have we got? Inquisitor. What have I got? More importantly. Got JML. Got Wampa. Got Bane. Got Sith Empire. Alright, we don't have a shitload. What's the problem team? What's the most problematic team here? Maybe Cassian? Maybe Cassian? It's Cassian FDC. But also the Saw team is a bit of a pain in the dick hole as well. Let's start off with Cassian. Cassian. Let's just assume all armies as well as the Fuddock. Don't have... Did we use Great Mothers? I think we did. Was that the alt account? I can't remember. Oh, we got Great Mothers. What Great Mothers it? This and this. This and that with the rattle-a-tat testing. 1, 2, now what you gonna do? Bad news, misuse, get too much to lose. Let's go. Yeah, let's just get rid of Cassian. Dune is completely ignoring me. Dune? Isn't Dune a book series? How can a book series ignore you? I'm confused. Nailed it. That was easy. I cleared, but the missing button battle ended ending up killing your score. That sucks. You think it's intentional? What? Is what intentional, Aragon? Cassian isn't the problem. Claire is... I would say Saw. I have lost because them before. Yeah, Saw sucks. I'm not going to deny that. Let's figure out what we need to do against Saw. Well, we got Saw, Luth, and Claire, right? Saw, Luth, and Claire. Let's just put worst case scenario on. That's a little... No. I thought it was a lot of defense. I thought it was like 300% defense, but it's not. Let's just see. Reva, we don't have... No. No. Gas is terrible. Manners. No. Okay, we bane it. We bane it! We bane it. Armor. Balls deep penetration. Let's go. Now, we always start off with the sucky suck to increase... Okay, never mind, they're dead. That was definitely something. That was definitely something. Yeah. Good talk. Ba 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 ba. You think I'm just locked in? Yeah, I'm totally locked in. I heard a mother a week ago say, Azrael, stop doing that. She named her kid after the angel of death. All my head heard was Gump saying, stupid is what a stupid does. So Claire and Luthen is what Cassian Cron, with that Cassian Cron is so annoying. So is Cassian Claire Luthen. What do you think about the chances that he does my GAC? I'm not going to do your GAC. I can barely do my own. I don't know if you've noticed. You get some likes if you use Wampa. Well, holy shit. Whip out the Wampa. We always sucky sucky. Oh, they're already dead. Yeah, Bane fucks. Bane fucks. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere here that can actually Wamp. If people want to see Wampa, I'll just throw Wampa here and we'll see what happens. Go. Go Wampa. I'm worried. Very worried. Mostly because of all of that bonus protection. Not mine, theirs. Wampa doesn't work against that team, guys. I tried it for you. I tried it for you guys at home. It didn't work. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't work. Should we mirror match it? That could be fun. That could be fun. We could mirror match it. I too have the same team. Go. Bam, 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 bam. That's a lot of bonus protection, not gonna lie. Let's get some armor shred. Let's put the old disciple over here. Punch her in the guts. Think we're gonna be okay. AoE. Punch her in the guts. Alright. Ah, motherfucker, you stupid piece of shit. There we go. Ah, fuck it. We missed it.
Get your hands off the wheel, boy. We're going.
Alright, now we'll JML for the last one. For funsies. With gas, apparently. Normally I would use it with Jedi Knight Luke, but I clicked gas accidentally, and now, now I'm committed. Now I'm committed. It's the only thing I can say. We're totally committed to base. Wow, wow. I like how much Ninth Sister just, you know, fully healed. And by like, I mean I dislike. I do not like how much they just fully healed. Oh, I get to take it down. She had a hard time. I'm totally supposed to use the thingy special there, but never mind. Bye. Pop. We did it, guys. Worst full clear of the night. Ugh. 2004. Terrible banners. We definitely lose that. Because Okul Vindu saved everything for offense. They deleted her code from the game. It's true. Alright, let me catch up and chat. Blast problems have. I can't do mine either if it helps, but if I could, be fun if CG let us change accounts. Yeah. Looking for the Wampin Fade, Olivia, I'm sorry. Scribe paid GAC service. For $1,000, Scribe will lose your GAC match live on screen. I would. I would absolutely do that. 2069, decent first round of GAC. Lost a few to an R10 Levy with Scimitar first reinforcement. That's interesting, Wendigo. Imagine having an R10 Wampa and can't do anything with it. I know, right, Zizzle. I'd do it for $20. Go ahead, Buell. I support you. Crazy how much mods do in a mirror match. Yeah, and just, you know, standard play versus AI play, I guess. I guess I'm marginally better than an AI. Sometimes. Character quests. What did I finish? Oh, I inflicted Mark. Ooh, we gained an episode level. Do I have... No, I don't have stuff. I can no longer level up my things because I don't have things to level up with. Big sad. Big sad. Well, that was good. Wasn't our finest hour, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't our finest hour at all. Hey, good night, Kill. Good night, buddy. Ba 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 da ba. Ba-ba-ba-da-boom. Where am I looking real quick? Bear with me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just checking out something very quick. Why can I not see that? Why can I not see that? Where is it? Ah, there. We have found it. We have found it. Okay. Nope, never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it, tribe. Don't worry about it. It's all good. More shots were required. I think you're probably right, bro. I think you're probably right. We probably did need a couple more shots to really make that GAC pop. You know? But we will live and let live. We will live and let live. Let me put on some background music as we chill. Let me check as well. I'd like to check to see. Except I can't because I don't have my frickin' phone. Apparently my work laptop wants to be a bit of a douche. Come on, stop being a dickhead. This is annoying. I wanted to check what time my meetings were in the morning. Because it's already midnight. And I'm really hoping I don't have like a 9 a.m. tomorrow. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Alright. Cool. Let's see if anybody's streaming and I'll rate us on out, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe. Had a good one tonight. It's been fun. It's been real. Let's see. Who's live? Who is live? Calvin's live. I'll send you guys on to Calvin. I will send you gentlemen on to Calvin. He's pretty awesome, so they say. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. Good night, y'all. Big love to everybody here. See you all for the Friday night stream. Peace. Be good to each other.